I done messed up. I literally have given in, and I know I've said this before, but it's official. We are getting a dog, a Cane Corso, in the Jennings home. Oh my goodness. So today, the kids, 3 of them are on spring break, and it's all about prepping for this dog. Everything we do is about prepping for Bree. Yes, we're getting a girl. Her name is Bree, and now we have to prep. So the kids got some chores to do. Now, if you know your kids, I know mine, they don't really care for chores, but they want this dog. And they knew that with this dog comes a great deal of responsibility. So we have some chore issuing tasks that we will hand out today. Starting from the little guy all the way up to, well, not the big girl because she's at school, but you'll get the point. They doing some chores today. And then we might sit down and play a game, but not until these chores are done. Because I'm gonna be honest, as a parent, you know and I know how this works. We say, yes, we'll get a dog because the kids, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna take the dog for a walk, we're gonna pick up the poop, we're gonna feed the dog, we're gonna do everything, Daddy, we're gonna do it 100% of the time. I'll wake up out my sleep to go and walk the dog and let the dog go and take a pee. Until the dog get here, then it's all on me. And that's not going to happen. It's just not gonna happen. So, there's some things that I need to show them that will be done in preparation for this dog's arrival. All right, Ace, man. It's time, man. You know we getting a dog, right? And so chores have to be done. There's things that dogs like and things that dogs do not like. And one of the things that dogs don't like is wet feet when they walk outside. Like they absolutely hate it. All right, Leah. You know we getting a dog, and you know the responsibility of everybody increases, correct? Mm-hmm. And one of the things that I need you to do and start doing consistently is wiping down the walls. Just about 3 feet down, because when new puppies come into the house, I want to see where they're scraping the wall, not where you guys have ruined the wall. So I need you to clean the wall so the dog can mess the wall up. Dogs like to chew on shoes, right? That's what dogs do. They want to chew on shoes. And so I'm going to need you to grab the shoes and to wipe down the shoes and clean the shoes so the dog can chew on a clean shoe if it's going to decide to chew on a shoe. Your chore today, we gotta wipe this deck down. Like, come here. So all of this that you see, we gotta wipe that down. It has to be dry, because if we don't dry it, the dog will walk out there and it'll come right back in the house, and what happens?
Dirty feet.
It's dirty feet, but they doing it because they're scared. They don't like wet feet, wet paws. It's just like, think about when you step in something. It's like, oh, what is that? It's the dog. Instead of you guys already having destroyed the wall and made the wall a mess, and then me not being able to identify the mess that the dog makes or the paw marks. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It does? The dog wants to chew on the shoe. Would you want to chew on something that's dirty? No, so. But if you were going to chew on something, you would much rather it be clean, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. And would you chew on a stinky shoe?
No.
No. So you're going to have to smell the shoe. Put your boots on. You only need the boots. I'll grab it. like the soles, everything. The dog is gonna wanna lick. All right, let's go. You got it. Hey, as soon as the dog walk out, feet getting wet right there. You gotta get all that. Don't rub it. Don't just dry it any kind of way. You gotta dry it with some type of rhythm, consistency. You know why we doing this?
Because of the dog?
Because of the dog. That's exactly why we doing it. Keep that in mind. Keep going. Yeah, get the blue stuff off for sure. It might be some type of marker that nobody did. You know what I mean?
Yes.
No. Look at all the marks. Look at all. Are we just gonna sit here? What are we doing? Okay, let's make some moves. Okay, that's enough. Alright. You don't have to dip the whole time in there. Just dip a little corner in there. You know how to clean?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Let me see it. That white should be white when you done. The challenge is, if your feet get wet, Ace, guess what's gonna be wet?
Dog's feet.
The dog's feet. Because where you stand up, let me see, stand up. Make sure your feet don't get wet. You gotta dry your feet off. See, if your feet stay dry, the dog feet stay dry. Because you're gonna dry off the deck. Come on. Don't get too, we ain't gotta get all that. Look, puppy gonna jump the ball right here. That's it. We gonna leave all these marks for later. Just here and down, here and down, here and down. What does the dog want to nibble on?
Shoes.
What kind of shoes?
Tennis shoes.
And what do the tennis shoes need to be?
Clean.
Clean. You want the dog nibbling on the shoes that you put your feet in?
No.
Exactly. Hey, so this part is still wet. All that is still wet. Yeah, come on.
Whoa.
It works, doesn't it?
I didn't actually think that would come up.
Yeah, that's my point. Now you know. Now you're gonna get the whole wall eventually, but right now, let's get the part that the dog needs to be clean. You see, the dog's not gonna nibble on mine. Number one, because my shoes aren't gonna be out here to be nibbled on. That's number one. Number two, because I'm gonna make sure y'all shoes are out here so the dog sees y'all's first. Come on, you keep getting in the same spot. I'm gonna need you to get the deck. We gotta get the deck.
All the way?
Hey, it says all of this the deck?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's all the deck. The dog. You think the dog is gonna just come and stand right here, sit right here? No, the dog, the moment to get out there, he's gonna start walking out there. See, right now my feet kind of getting wet, so I don't want to get out there. This is your chore, right? Why are we doing this? Because of the dog. Don't do it so patchy, because then I see little blotches. Like, it's just kind of like, you seen the movie American Gangster?
No.
Where he said, this is alpaca. You blot that. You can't just scrub it like that. You gotta blot that. You gotta blot that. Look, you're doing a whole lot of science. You gotta remember why we doing this.
Yeah.
Why are we doing it?
Because of the dog.
Because of the dog. And who wanted the dog?
Me.
You wanted the dog. So this is a part of the responsibilities of getting a dog. Come on, look, the rain is not an excuse. You can dry this deck with it being wet out here and with it raining, right? What do you mean,
It's just gonna get wet again.
Well, then that means you're just gonna have to dry it again, right?
But then it's gonna keep on getting wet again.
And then that means you're gonna keep on drying it.
Until it stops raining?
Ace, whatever it takes. Why are we doing this, Ace?
Because of the dog.
Because of the dog. If the dog comes, do you think the dog is gonna stop wanting to play outside because it's raining?
No.
So when the dog is running, you're gonna have to try to drive before the dog get there. You want some music?
Yes, please.
We're gonna have a dog. You gotta be willing to clean the shoes every time somebody put the stinky foot in there so that the dog can have a clean shoe to destroy. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
What makes sense about it?
So that it won't chew on disgusting shoes.
So that it won't chew on disgusting shoes. Exactly. There you go. Get the part where the rain is hitting. Let me see how that's gonna work for you. There you go. Yep. If a raindrop hit it, you gotta hit it with the towel. Raindrop hit it's kind of like when I'm driving in the car. The rain is hitting the windshield, and I gotta keep turning on the windshield wipers every time, right? That's worked for me. Every time the rain hit the windshield, I gotta turn on the windshield wipers. You know what I mean? All right. You kind of like the windshield wipers for the dog right now. Clean that wall up good, so it can get messed all up all over. Get cleaning that wall up good, so the dog can scratch it up. Clean that wall up good, like your daddy could. The entire shoe. The dog is not gonna be like, oh, I only want to nibble on the side. Oh, I only want to. No, it's gonna grab that whole shoe. It's gonna be sniffing it, licking it, trying to find exactly the right spot to start chewing on that shoe. Boy, you don't need no water break. Come on, the dog ain't gonna come get a water break. He's gonna go get the water from down there. And if you gotta go down there, what it's gonna do? It's gonna walk on the deck, and the deck needs to be dry. And if it's not dry, it's gonna come back in the house because of the paws. Just like that. And I'm gonna have paw feet all over my floor, and that can't happen. Hey, so we doing this. You already know why are we doing this? Who wanted the dog? All right.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did you do this when you had a dog?
You know what? It's a great question. I wish I had somebody that would have prepared me for the dogs that I had. I never got a chance to do this type of stuff. Nobody prepared me. Nobody told me that, little Gregory Jr., I need you to wipe off the walls so the dog can come and mess the walls up. Nobody told me that. I mean, you want the dog's paws getting wet, or you want your legs to get wet a little bit because you're drying off for the dog? Which is a priority, you or the dog?
The dog.
All right, that's what I was thinking. I mean, tuck the poncho in your shorts, man. What did you think about the chores that you had to do today, Ace? Or the chore that you had to do?
I did not like it.
You didn't like it?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna interject really quick. You didn't like it. Why?
Because
I gotta skip a leaf. Go.
it involved me being blind.
Actually, I'm sorry. I'm skipping Ace.
I don't like.
So we can't hear.
I don't like getting wet.
What? I mean,
Well,
they don't know what you're talking.
sometimes. Daddy.
So what was your chore?
It was cleaning half of the deck.
Why?
Because when the dog steps out there and it's wet, it's gonna come back and make tracks and stuff.
And the dog doesn't like what?
Wet paws.
So you had to wipe down the deck, dry it off
Okay.
in the rain.
That's not smart.
Why isn't it? Why isn't?
Because it's
It was
gonna
raining.
keep getting wet. So
You think the dog's not gonna go outside in the rain?
They will,
But what?
but it gets wet again.
And what happens when it gets wet again, Ace?
I wipe again.
Just like when I'm driving the car, I explained this to Ace. When I'm driving the car, the rain it's pouring down. What do I need to do?
Keep driving.
If I
With
can't
no
see,
wipers.
I turn on the
No.
I turn on the wipers, right?
Yes.
So he's gonna have to do that, just like you. And you, Ava, what was your task?
I had to get the shoes, 2 pairs of shoes from right there, sniff them, and then clean them.
Why?
Because the dog is going to chew on shoes.
And she needs to what?
Chew on clean shoes.
Huh?
Chew on clean shoes.
Here, let me shuffle.
And
That's funny?
the first pair of shoes that Daddy made me do was Ace's disgusting black shoes.
Still funny? You might want to. You might.
for playing my shoes.
You might want to take better care of your shoes so the dog can have a fresh pair of shoes to nibble on. Aaliyah, what was your task?
I had to wipe down 3 feet below the wall, on the wall, so then Bree can have a nice canvas to mess up with her paws.
Wait, what?
Like the lower half of the wall, I had to clean it so that she could mess it up.
Oh, I see the wipes now.
Yeah.
Exactly, because she basically cleaned and messed up at the same time.
You told me to.
I mean, I didn't tell you to make it look like that. That look a
I
mess.
tried to. It's gonna look a mess anyways.
You mean like how you guys already have it looking?
Yeah.
I'm trying to educate you. I didn't have anybody to tell me this type of stuff. I didn't have anybody to tell me to clean the shoes so the dog can eat them. I didn't have anybody to tell me to wipe down and clean the walls so the dog can mess them up. I didn't have anybody to tell me to dry off the deck so that the dog paws don't get wet. I didn't have anybody to tell me that. You think the dog likes walking in water? When you walk the dog, you don't think you're gonna have to wipe the bottom of the paws? Every step, paw wipe, paw wipe. No?
I never thought of that.
You never thought of that.
Whoa. Whoa. That's not how it works. That's not how you walk. That's not how you walk a dog.
Says who? Have you had a dog before?
No.
So how are you telling me anything? I'm the only one
Because
sitting.
it makes no
I am the only one sitting at this table who has had a dog, who has had the responsibility of raising a dog, of caring for a dog. Have you?
No.
Have you? Have you? So you don't know what's best. I do. It's simple as that. I'm not gonna
But
go
it's
back.
not simple. Well, if it's raining and the floor and the ground is wet, you don't want her walking on the wet ground, right? But then what about it's gonna like her body? It's gonna get wet.
Did you not hear what I said? When the dog takes a step, what are you gonna have in your hand, Ace?
The drive towel thing?
Booyah. He gets it. You fail. If this were a test, Ace has passed. You two have.
That's because he
you
speaks
two.
the dumb language.
You two have failed.
Ace, she's wrong.
Am I?
Halfway.
But
So how am I gonna trust you with the dog
Wait,
when you can't pass this test?
it's
But I
kind of
could've
simple because all you gotta do is just like make the dog like sit for a little bit, wipe it down, then let the dog go.
Explain it to him one more time, Ace.
Just make the dog sit and then wipe it down and then the dog can walk down.
And if it's raining, explain it to him, Ace.
Just wipe it down before he walks.
Come on, keep talking to him, Ace. No, yeah,
She.
just keep talking to him,
If
Ace.
it's a
No,
walk.
it's a shut up time for y'all on this side of the table. This is it's a complete shut up time.
Okay.
Like that means the mouth don't even move. Go ahead, keep talking to him, Ace.
Just repeat what I
I
said.
mean, they need to hear it.
Okay, so when it's raining, just wipe down the deck and then let him go. And then when it's not raining, just let him go.
but it's wet. It's gonna keep
No,
getting
this is
wet.
this is still shut up time. He's explaining it to you.
But he's not okay.
If something continues to get wet, you continue to do what?
Wipe it.
That means you always have a job.
So the meeting just ended, and I have no idea what Daddy and Ace are talking about. It just doesn't make any sense. But when the dog gets here, we will all be ready.